في الحقيقة موضوع إدماج الموظفين موضوع شائك ومعقد، والكثير من الإداريين ما عندهم إلمام بالموضوع هذا، لكن في نفس الوقت هو موضوع بسيط وممكن تطبيقه. وأنا أقول كلام هذه بناء على خبرة 10 سنوات في تطبيق إدماج الموظفين. وحين اسمحوا لي أن أكمل كلامي باللغة الإنجليزية. Ladies and gentlemen, a very engaging good morning to you all. I started my talk in Arabic and I said that employees' engagement is a very complex and difficult task to do. And many of the management, they are not aware of it, they don't have enough information or skills to practice it. But at the same time, it's a very easy subject and can be implemented. And I'm saying this based on 10 years experience in implementing employees' engagement to improve productivity. أساس نطبق إدماج الموظفين يحتاج خطة عملية ويحتاج متابعة حثيثة من الإداريين. To implement employees engagement, you need to have a workable plan and you need extensive follow-up from the management. But before I get into that, I would like to ask you this question. How many of you get up in the morning and feel so eager to go to work? By show of hands, how many of you? Okay, below 10%. Now, this is not surprising, it's not surprising. Those who did not raise their hands, when was the last time you got up and felt so eager to go to work? You don't have to answer that question. The statistics shows that between 20 to 30% of employees in organizations are engaged. Majority, 70 to 80% are disengaged. And out of that, 16 to 20% are totally disengaged, harming their organization every day. Now, why is that? A very valid question. The answer to that could be in this, illustrated in this slide. You see, to reach the optimum business output, results, let's say employees' engagement, the management have to strike a balance between the two arms. We have policy procedures, rules, regulations. At the same time, we have soft management skill, motivation, appreciation, team building, and so on. What happens, most of the managers tend to go towards command and control. They're very good at implementing procedures, rules, and regulations. But they pay less attention on the other side, where employees matter most, and they are the critical assets in the organizations. Now, why is that? I'm sure most of our organizations are typical in this. Why is that? Again, one of the reasons is because most of the managers lack skills, soft skills, communication skills, team building skills, and so on. They don't walk the talk, so the trust will not be there. And I'm not surprised that this morning, few of our members who wanted to join the conference called me and apologized that they are not able to come. And when I asked why, they said, our manager said that this conference is not related to your job. I said, what? Employees' engagement to improve productivity. It's not related? No comments. In year 2001, the HR manager of one of the biggest organizations in Bahrain was in an exchange visit to one of the plants in South Africa. And during his tour, something caught his attention. It was a room filled with charts displayed on the walls, colorful charts. And when he asked about it, they told him that this is a business unit where employees come each day. They discuss what happened the past day, and they update their charts, review their performance, and they do plan for the day. The concept of business unit kept ringing in his head, whispering in his ears that this is something good and we can implement it back home. It took HR 1 year to convince the management that this is something good to be added to the strategic plans of the company. And in year 2002, the CEO approved a pilot test. The question was, which concept we should use to establish this business unit? That was big question number one. Number two, where to start? Now, for number one, everybody knows that it's easy to engage one person, one employee, few employees, a group of employees. It's easy to engage them. But if you want to engage your mass population, majority of your employees, you need to have a common cause, something which majority of employees will buy into. And it was agreed that we should use our 4 or 5 strategic objectives. It was people, safety, cost, environment, and productivity. And for each one, there was a target to achieve per year. Now, by doing that, 2 things achieved. One is now we have a common cause which applies to all the employees, and they can buy into. The second one is you can cascade down the strategic objectives of the company down to the shop floor. And this is one of the problems most of the organizations have. The strategic objectives always kept at the top between the executives. If you ask the people on the shop floor, they will not know the vision, and they don't know the objectives and the goals. Where to start? The second question. And the decision was taken, let's start at the difficult section in the company, where work was routine, harsh environment, employees' morale was low. Because we knew if we succeeded at that location, we will succeed anywhere in the plant. The section had, let's call it section 1, it had 50 employees working on 4 shifts. So we implemented the concept. The concept is that each team, employees are divided into teams related to their jobs, and each team, they will have a name. They choose their name. Some of them call their name Dilmon, some of them Al-Hamam, and so on. It's up to them to choose their name. They select 5 KPIs. Out of 5 KPIs, they select items. For example, cost. Cost, what is that related to you as an employee? How can you save penny out of that cost? So they put it as a target. The idea is that they put the target, they update the charts, they discuss, debate, they highlight improvement on a daily basis. 10 to 15 minutes meeting. The role of supervisors, management, was to make sure that the system is established and is running. So daily meeting has to be done. The concept is implemented. Supervisors should give support, review, make sure things are followed up, highlight improvement, and celebrate the achievements. So if you notice that the supervisor role is slightly shifted towards the soft skill, because in this concept, employees are empowered. They run the show. They discuss their problems. And the supervisor will be consulting advisory role. Each team had a chart, problem-solving chart. They discuss problems, whether it is related to the work or personal. They discuss between each other, and if they are convinced as a team that this is a problem to be raised, they put it on the chart and they propose solution. Not only that, they assign one person within the team to be in charge in solving that problem. So they take the ownership. And the supervisor role will be to make sure that the problem solving is going on. Another card was innovation card. You will not believe this, and the example given for Toyota is a life example. Every employee carry a lot of innovation in his head, but he needs or she needs a platform, a friendly environment. So creativity came out. There was a lot of competition between employees on suggestion, on improvement, and so on. And they carry on, and they get the reward as a team. So what happened? In less than 6 months, the result of Section 1 caught everyone in the company by surprise. There was outstanding improvement in the overall results. But that's put it aside, a big change in the attitude of the employees. We had few employees with bad employment records, sickness, and so on the verge of termination. They became leaders in their teams. Unbelievable change. Some of employees took this concept back home and implemented in their kids. Within 6 months, the Section 1 was a star in the company. And other managers started sending their employees to attend the daily meeting to witness what's happening or to make them feel what's happening, what's going on, to get infected with this healthy disease. In less than 3 years, the concept is spread across all the operational areas, covering 1,800 employees out of the 3,000. And the result was extraordinary. The chief executive at that time held his executive meeting in the unit center. And it was a big signal that the executive is supporting this. Employees' attitude and ownership, relation between them and their managers is drastically improved. Employees considered work as their second home. They cared for each other. Employees came and during rest days, and I challenge any organization can do this. During the rest days, without anyone telling them, they came to do beautification in front of their offices. They came to do housekeeping along the fence of the plant. No one told them to do that. It was coming from the passion. and the responsibility they felt. The amount of positive energy that it was there, once you enter there, you feel the energy. You see that this is a different world completely. So everything was run by the employees themselves, not by the management. Management gives only support. And it was based on passion and responsibility. Mind and heart. Put them all together. This is just some of the snapshot on the greenery they done. Some of them brought cages and put some birds into it in front of the offices. On their own expense. He paid from his pocket. So overall performance, we managed to get the emotional needs of the employees. The center was a platform for the employees to practice their needs, to unleash their potentials, to come up with the creativity which they have. The relationship improved between them and between their superior. It was a platform to come up with suggestion and follow up on their improvement and see the results of their suggestion. And every second day, there was a celebration going on somewhere, celebrating the achievement. Management and managers got used to practicing the soft skill, effective listening, passion for achievements. And we managed to get the organizational objectives, strategic objectives, practiced by the employees on the shop floor. Now let's look at some of the achievements organizational-wise. The safety has improved drastically. For the first time in company history, the company achieved 9 million hours. And to do that, it's still not been achieved. To do that, it was not an easy task. The productivity improved by 16 units per employee. And put it into dollar, that's $14 million additional net profit per year. Cost reduced by 5% compared to budget, actual cost compared to budget. Because employees were caring more about their work, their equipment, the way they handle things. Employees' SI index jumped from 24 to 67% in the 3 years. But the biggest achievement of this exercise was that new leaders emerged. Unbelievable. I'm very proud now to say that majority of the managers and senior managers now were the champions of the SC units. They were the employees who've taken the lead in that unit. From engagement to empowerment, that was the journey of improving productivity. Thank you very much. I wish you a very fruitful day.